we come back, we're going to check in live with Dan Hampton of the Chicago Bears, who is an early arrivee at Soldier Field for their game later today against the Minnesota Vikings.
Changed about the game. Today, the best in the business fly. And the airline that takes over 300 college and pro teams to their chosen field is United. Come fly the friendly skies.
Grandma, isn't this fun?
Oh. I want my Serta.
Get a Serta Perfect Sleeper. The exclusive Serta surface will spoil you for sleeping any other way.
I want my Serta.
Sharp. When I say sharp, I mean
Copiers on the cutting edge of technology.
sharp.
Sharp puts their most advanced technology into every Sharp copier, from desktop to midsize to high-speed heavyweight.
I mean
Breakthrough technology. Sharp's high-impact color copier.
I mean
Future technology.
sharp.
That's why businesses have made Sharp copiers #1 in customer satisfaction.
When I say sharp, I mean business.
My athlete's foot kept flaring up. Put it out, it just flare up again. Then my doctor told me about Tenactin. It cures recovering athlete's foot. Use it regularly. It'll keep the fire from coming back.
Tenactin puts the fire out for good.
Well, this doesn't look very interesting. I mean, I thought you'd have me try something a little fancier, maybe with nuts and fruit cocktail. These are nothing but flakes. It isn't at all what I expected. I like it. Oh, I get it. It's a whole new kind of cereal. Simple and back to basics, right? I like it.
Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Corn Flakes?
Taste them again for the first time.
Dick, I thought you'd be all enthused about the Bears and the Vikings, but you say they're not clicking on all cylinders.
Well, I think after last week against Cincinnati, some of the players aren't given 100%. I think they're so used to being able to turn it on when the game starts that with the Vikings, they better be revved up before they step on the field.
I'll tell you someone who gives 100% all the time is Dan Hampton. He now joins us live. Dan, good morning. What about Dick's observation that some of the players are going to have to put out a little bit more against the Vikings? You buy into that?
Well, Brent, I think Dick's exactly right. I think the Bears have been so good so long that a lot of players maybe think they can go out and coast through it and, come away with the win, even if they didn't give 100 or 110%, as the old cliche goes. I think today it's got to be all hands on deck to beat the Minnesota Vikings.
Dan, you have really stepped up and assumed some leadership roles. This is a very young team. I noticed some of the cutaways of the game against Cincinnati. You were very verbal during that game on the sideline last week.
Well, actually, I was just talking to the water boy, telling me he didn't put enough ice in my Gatorade cup, Brent. I think what it is this is a young football team. Guys like Singletary, McMichael, myself. You know, if we're going to get to New Orleans, a lot of us are going to have to really shoulder a lot of the leadership responsibility. And hey, if we're getting drove around like Cincinnati was beating on us last week, I think somebody has to stand up and say, hey, enough of this. Let's play some football.
What kind of a grade did you give the coach, Mike Ditka, last week?
I give Coach an A for the training camp in the first couple of weeks of the season. I think he's done everything exactly right. A lot of times, maybe the grade wouldn't have been so high, but I tell you what, the players are behind Mike 100%, and we feel like today is the day that the Bears come out and play like the Chicago Bears are supposed to.
You know, the Vikings beat you not once but twice last year and embarrassed you, as a matter of fact, in Soldier Field.
It reminds me of the last time I went to a restaurant with Dick Butkus. I had like a bad taste in my mouth for a long time, and I think that's the way the players are approaching this game. You know, we don't like getting beat by anybody, let alone a Central Division team twice in the same year. So I think this is the year, and you can tell Dick, I said this is a game where the Bears are going to get real big.
All right, Dan, thank you very much. Will, your feeling about the Viking-Bear rivalry?
I don't know, you skip out on the check again? Is that what he's talking about?
I think it's...
Yeah, you. We've been there with you before, you know. I think it's becoming the best rivalry in football, and might be for the next 2 or 3 years, because both teams are still really young, and I think Minnesota now is getting to a point where they might have a little edge on the Bears.
All right, upset special. Tampa Bay will shock the Super Bowl champion. you don't buy into that.
No, that would be a real shocker. The 49ers are a great road team, Brent. I know it's early in the season. They might take Tampa Bay for granted. They won't. Last year, they were 7-2 on the road. They're undefeated on the road this year. And they're just too far superior to Tampa Bay.
How quickly they change. Last year, they're drilling Vinny into the ground. He has a great game last week. They're going to be a surprise team, Irv. Come on.
But not surprise enough to beat the 49ers, Dick. I mean, that's a different class.
Well, I really think the Buccaneers have got a shot down. What were the 49ers after 11 games? Like 6-5 last year?
Yeah, and then they come on strong. You know, I think the thing with Tampa Bay is with Ray Perkins, he's the kind of team, you look at his background, he always builds with a young team.
All right, let me pass along a quick reminder now for those of you in New York, L.A., Chicago, certain other cities. The NFL on CBS will come back at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. So long, everybody.
Tonight, get ready for the CBS Premier Spectacular with host Angela Lansbury, Tim and Daphne Reed of Snoops, Lindsay Wagner's Peaceable Kingdom, Richard Chamberlain, Island Sun, with Candace Bergen and the cast of Murphy Brown, and a special sneak preview of Major Dad, all in the CBS Premier Spectacular. Then, when Steve Martin falls for Daryl Hannah, one thing gets in his way. Roxanne, tonight.
This is CBS.
Get ready for the Cosby Show weekdays at 5 on Channel 10 and parts of South Philadelphia.
Get ready for CAU.
Weekdays at 4 on Channel 10. Judge Wapner presides over the kookiest court in the land.
Get ready for Channel 10.
Nothing's too good for my baby. Nothing. So my baby gets very special treatment.
There's a gasoline so special, it even exceeds BMW's detergency standard.
What up? Ultra.
Sunoco Ultra 94. Clean power from the highest octane under the sun. Nothing else can match it.
Nothing.
We did some research to find out why the Ford F-Series is the best-selling truck in America.
Because Ford has twin I-beam suspension. That means a better ride.
Ford has a bigger standard payload than the Chevy CK10. I need that.
Full instrumentation. It's standard on Ford, but not on Chevy.
The results are clear. People buy more Ford trucks.
Because Ford trucks give you more.
Big savings on F-150 trucks during the official Ford clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Today's game is sponsored by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, when only the best will do. Quality Plus Ford dealers and you. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it.
Get ready for Channel 10.
9:45. Flying with confidence, Philadelphia's amazing quarterback Randall Cunningham has emerged as the most exciting player in the NFL. With a new $1 million contract, last year's Pro Bowl MVP and head coach Buddy Ryan are geared to repeat as division champions. With a memorable fall game cleared from their minds, this could be the Eagles' Super Bowl season. In Washington, it seems the only men bigger than the one in the White House are Redskin quarterbacks. Hall of Famers Sammy Baugh, the tandem of Jurgensen, Kilmer, Joe Theismann. So how will Mark Rippon measure up? Head coach Joe Gibbs is coming off his first losing season. And after Monday night's heartbreaker, the Redskins must regroup and get back on the warpath. For more than half a century, the Redskins and the Eagles have clashed. Wide open plays have been their trademark. And today, the rivalry continues.
A sold-out crowd at RFK Stadium in the nation's capital for this significant NFC Eastern Division battle. The Eagles of Philadelphia against the Redskins of Washington. Clear skies overhead, a temperature in the upper 70s. It rained heavily here yesterday, but that rain has moved on. 65% humidity. It's a muggy day, and partly sunny is the forecast. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist, and welcome to Washington. It seems slightly incongruous on this second week of the season to say this is a big game, but nevertheless, the adjective does apply. These two teams are among the favorites for the NFC East. Philadelphia comes in